Inspiration exists, but it has to find you working. Pablo Picasso. All right, another topic, another day. Inspiration. I know staying inspired is hard. It feels easy to motivate yourself when you start something new. You get excited, you have all these ideas, you're ready to get to the grind. But after a while, that fire starts to fade. People are going to kill your motivation. Doubt's going to creep in. And sometimes you can even kill your own inspiration without even realizing it. If you feel stuck, unmotivated, or you just don't have the drive anymore, you aren't alone, because it happens to everyone. But today, we're going to talk about it because I feel like everybody needs to get that spark back, including me, because inspiration isn't something you wait for. It's something that you create. And I feel like people don't talk about this enough, but staying inspired is really one of the hardest battles you will face in life, because there's two enemies. One, other people. They're going to kill your motivation because not everyone's going to support the vision. Not everyone's going to believe in what you do. And people are going to bring you down. We've talked about this already in previous videos. They're going to say things like, it's unrealistic, do something that is a little easier, or they're just going to keep planting comments in your head to give you those seeds of doubt. And you listening to them is going to kill that fire that's inside of you. And then there's enemy number two. You can kill your own inspiration by self-sabotaging. You can overthink. You can try to be perfect. You compare yourself to others. How many times have you had a great idea and instead of acting on it, you just sat on it because you thought you weren't good enough yet? That was me, man. You know how long I sat on making this YouTube channel because I thought I was never good enough to be a YouTuber? You know how long I sat on creating games because I never thought that I'd be as great as other people who make games like Treyarch, Infinity Ward, and all these other people? How many times have you seen other people succeed, and instead of feeling motivated, you felt like you would never get to where those people are? Your mindset is everything in this, man, because if you let self-doubt take over, you're gonna talk yourself out of doing the things that you really want to do. Like I said, I struggle with this. I struggle with it so much because I really wanted to do game design. I really wanted to make my own games, run my own studio, bring these ideas that I have in my head to life. I've wanted to do it for so long, and I thought going to school was going to be that ticket for me to get there, you know? But as time went on, I realized that I wasn't loving the process. I love the idea of making video games. I love the vision of having my own company. But when it came to sit down, coding, designing, and debugging, it checked me out. It felt like a chore, not a passion. And not to say that I hate creating games, because I don't. But I love creating the idea of the game. But I don't love actually putting forth making it. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just something that isn't really passionate for me. Because like I said, it became a chore, not a passion. Creating the games, that's different. Content creation, it was also different as well. I could sit here for hours and edit videos and feel excited. I spend all day behind this mic recording videos, brainstorming, making this content, and it doesn't feel like work at all. And through this, I learned something really important. If you're not passionate about what you're doing, you're gonna just lose that inspiration so fast, because it's not enough to just like the idea of something. You actually have to enjoy what you're doing. And when I had my game design job, I had to really teach myself how to stay inspired while doing it, because I started realizing that this was not my true passion. Me being held down by a CEO or somebody in a company was not my passion. But I also knew I couldn't quit right away. And I had to find ways to keep going. And I'm going to share with you now some tidbits on staying inspired. Because if you feel burnt out, stuck, or unmotivated, here's the best ways to find that inspiration again. For me, the biggest thing was watching motivational content. When I felt uninspired, I watched like Steve Harvey or just any motivational content out there that would help me. I would watch people's success stories. like I said in the previous video, Jinxie's success story really was something that really motivated me to start recording and just seeing behind the scene videos of people grinding and what they're doing. You know, like I watch a lot of behind the scenes videos of people who make content or people who make video games, and that stuff gets me going because like, yeah, I want to do that. And if they can do it and they're doing literally the same thing as me recording on Audacity, why can't I do it too? Seeing other people succeed can remind you of why you started in the first place. Surround yourself with the right energy. The people you spend time with, that stuff matters. If you're around negative people, you're gonna feel negative all the time. If you're around lazy people, you're gonna feel unmotivated all the time. But if you start to put yourself around driven, focused people, you're gonna start to feel inspired. Even if you don't have those people in your real life, surround yourself with them online too. Follow creators, entrepreneurs, artists, people doing what you do. But most importantly, inspiration sometimes fades because you just simply are burnt out. If you been grinding nonstop, just step away for a bit, go outside, do something like exercise, something new, something that just clears your mind, that takes you away from what you're currently doing. Because stepping back can sometimes help you come back stronger. I've done it so much when I worked at the company I was working at. Like a lot of the times I got so frustrated, and when I just went and took a break, did a walk, maybe did a run, something like that, I came back and I fixed the problem because all I did was just took myself away from the thing that was stressing me the most, and I came back with more of a focused head. And one of the biggest reasons people lose motivation is because they're focused on an end result. You want the success, but you don't enjoy the work. You want the views, but you don't enjoy creating. You want the money, but you don't enjoy the grind. If you only chase the result, it's gonna burn you out fast. But if you learn to love the process, that's when you're truly gonna win. You get so caught up in the struggle, the failures, the frustration, and you sometimes forget why you even started. Go back to when you first had that spark. What made you excited about doing what you're doing in the first place? What was the moment where you went, yup, this is it, I want to do this? What's the vision that made you start? Reconnect with it and let that be the fuel to your fire. Because at the end of the day, inspiration isn't something that just magically comes to somebody. It's something that you create. People are going to try and kill your motivation. You're going to doubt yourself. You're going to have days that are harder than others. But as long as you keep finding ways to get inspired, you're always going to keep going. Don't wait for inspiration. Go find it. Don't dream. Do it. And don't let anyone, including your own self, stop you. You got this, guys. And that's where I'm going to leave it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Ring the bell so you guys are notified of videos that I upload. Do anything that you guys can to have my non-existent videos be seen. And with that, Desaya signing off.